Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Jesus, peace be upon him, is none other than Prophet of God. He was sent by God Almighty. I will use the biblical verses to prove my point. Because when you talk to Christians and you start quoting the Quran, they don't believe in the Quran, but they believe in their own Bible. And we are not provoking them when we quote from their own Bible, when we oppose them, because in reality, what is in the Bible is contradictory sometimes, and these statements are not from the mouth of Jesus, neither from God or from the mouth of the Jesus disciples. But Jesus himself, he never called himself God. He was sent by God, as mentioned in the book of John, chapter number 17, verse number 3. He says, "This is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom thou hast sent." Jesus was sent by God. If Jesus was sent by God, he cannot be God. He can never be God because he was sent by God. And Jesus does not call himself God because he knew he wasn't God. He was only servant of God. He was given the authority to speak to men, to call them to order. That is why he called himself Prophet of God. Even in other verses, clearly it is mentioned Jesus is a prophet of God. As mentioned in the book of Matthew, chapter number 13, verse number 57, it says Jesus is a prophet of God, not God. So there is nothing you can put to make Jesus God or to make God Jesus, because Jesus is a different person and God is the God Almighty who created heavens and earth and all that exists. So Jesus cannot be God in common sense. Common sense is telling us Jesus cannot be God because Jesus was given birth to and they call him the man. And even Bible mentioned that in the book of Acts chapter number 2 verse number 22, it says, "Hear, O Israel, the man approved by God with wonders and miracles and signs. As God showed to you, he is the one who was sent by God. That is why he was approved with wonders and miracles and signs. As it is before you." They all knew Jesus made many miracles, and these miracles are with the permission of God. As Jesus himself said in the book of John chapter number 5 verse number 30, he says, "I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the one who sent me." The one who sent Jesus is God. So Jesus cannot be God. When Jesus was asked about the last hour, about the day of judgment, he was ignorant of it because he was not God. Even angels do not know about the time, about the hour, about the judgment day. It is mentioned in the book of Mark, chapter number 13. It says, "Of that day, no one knows, nor the angels, even the Son, but the Father." Meaning, even Jesus did not know the hour, the day of judgment. Only God has that knowledge. So Jesus is not God, and Jesus has many characteristics because he was given birth to, but God is everlasting. He has no likeness, as I mentioned. There is nothing like God. There is nothing that resembles God. God has no likeness. So Jesus is not God. Based on this criteria, Jesus cannot be even Son of God. Wa akhir da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.